Good day, everyone. I'm ROSLINA binti Abdul GHAPAR. Will be representing this paper, Education Goes Digital, investigating the impact of human, organization, and technological factors on students' e-learning readiness. Just would like to check, can you hear me?
Yes, Roslina, you are clear. Please proceed.
Okay, let me proceed. Here are my co-authors. Hang on. I think there's problem with my slide. Actually, there's three co-authors, Harunisa, Siti Sarah, and also Carolina. Okay. Okay, the outline of my presentation will starting with introduction, next for problem statement and purpose. The third one is literature reviews, followed by conceptual framework, methodology, result and discussion, and conclusion. Lastly, the references. Okay. COVID-19 pandemic affected the world in many aspects and changed the normal daily activities into a new norm. Many sectors are closed within a specific period, including the educational institution, in order to comply with latest recommendation by WHO. Educational institutions are forced to fully adopt new method of teaching and learning, whereby the educators and support staff work from home while the students learn from distance through online platform. The higher education institution in Malaysia start to strengthen its own e-learning platform in order to ensure smooth delivery of teaching and learning. The problem statement here, readiness is the critical factor in the successful adoption of e-learning, regardless of how advanced the technology in an educational institution. The implementation played a large role in enhancing the teaching and learning process during the COVID-19 pandemic. E-learning readiness comprises the readiness of students, lecturers, technology, and the ability of organization and capacity of education stakeholders to participate in an electronic environment, leading to a coherent and feasible implementation of e-learning. This scenario is unique, whereby the university lecturers and students are not prepared with e-learning, and it is hindered by several factors such as limited hardware tools and internet access. The purpose of this study is to investigate the impact of human, organizational, and technological factors on students' readiness toward e-learning during the COVID-19 pandemic based on hot feed model. Okay. Here's some literature reviews. Okay, we start with e-learning. E-learning is an education concept using internet technology, whereby it delivers the digital content and provides a learner-oriented environment for the teachers and students. E-learning readiness by the Rasuli, Rahbani, and Etaran, and also Musa, Mahrin, and Ibrahim says that successful implementation of e-learning significantly dependent upon with the readiness of students, professors, and technology aspects. Okay, next. The first factor we consider is the human factor. Tun Tirojana Wong says that students must be able to solve problems, assess and monitor the learning appropriately. Students should give full commitment in online class, take part in online class activities and discussion, as well as maintain high discipline during online assessment. Meanwhile, the Al-Qahtani and Raj Khan also says that the most significant factors that affect the e-learning success during the COVID-19 pandemic are technology knowledge management, support from management, student awareness of utilizing e-learning systems, and high level of information technology from the instructors, students, and university. Organization factor, the second factor, by the Unal, Alir, and Soidel, and also Musa, Mahrin, and Ibrahim says that training should be given to the students and lecturers on the Learning Management System, LMS. And you and Jambuligam says that with the essential support, supervision and support in place, the e-learning community, which includes educators and students, will perceive the LMS as suitable for e-learning. Okay, the last factor, technology factor. To participate in online learning, students must be equipped with the essential technologies such as smartphone, computer or laptop, as well as stable and fast internet connection, as said by Al-Shahir, Yu and Jabuligam. The devices also must be capable to access the e-learning system and any application and programs required in the implementation of e-learning. Musa, Maharin and Ibrahim and also Atat and Holmes also said that low-speed internet and challenges while using the e-learning system may result in student dissatisfaction and affect the effectiveness of e-learning implementation. Okay. Based on the literature reviews, we developed three hypotheses. The first hypothesis is human factor has significant effect on the e-learning readiness. Second hypothesis, organization factor has significant effect on the e-learning readiness. And the third hypothesis is technology factor has a significant effect on e-learning readiness. Here the conceptual framework from all the three hypotheses, as I said just now, all the factors, human, organization, and technology factors, we assume that it has significance to the e-learning readiness. Next, research methodology. A total of 214 students from public and private university in Klang Valley, Malaysia are used in our study. A self-completion questionnaire was used as survey instrument, which was a quantitative method. Part 1 was designed on a nominal scale with a focus on respondents' demographic profile. And part 2, the questionnaire in this study is used to measure the three factors on students' e-learning readiness, where the three factors are human, organization, and technology factor. Results and discussion. Okay, here the backgrounds. The respondents' background consists of 53 female and 47% of male respondent. Mostly 70% of the respondents came from private university and the remaining 30 are from public university. And 90%, most of the respondents were from Malaysian and just 10% non-Malaysian. And the respondents' age dominated by the range between 20 to 24 years old, which means most of the respondents are taking bachelor's degree. Ethnicity, most of the respondents were Malay and the rest Indian, Chinese, others, and also Bumi Putra. Okay. Next, measurement model. Okay, the model here, we use the PLS-SEM has been used for this study. According to her, measurement model were examined individually before structural model were evaluated. Okay, based on the outcome, you can refer to my table here. You can refer to the loading. The first row, loading here, the loading for all factors here exceed the criteria 0.7. You can see the column loading. The values are exceeding 0.7. And for the AVE should be at least 0.5. That means should be bigger than 0.5. You can see all the factors are greater than 0.5. And for the Cronbach alpha and also CR should be greater than 0.7 as well. Okay. Therefore, from the values here, the model...
You have 2 minutes to conclude, please.
Got it. Therefore, the model... Yes. Therefore, the model fit for the study because it fulfills all the requirements. To assess discriminant validity, Fornell-Lakers criterion were used. We can see that the square root of each construct should be greater than the correlation with other construct in the model. A summary of and hypothesis 3 are supported. Okay, so are supported. The first hypothesis, human factor. Human factor have significant effect to the e-learning readiness. As we can see, the p-values is 0.01, which is smaller than 0.001, which is smaller than 0.01. And the third hypothesis also supported because the technological factor has significant effect to the e-learning readiness because of the p-values is smaller than 0.01. So we have no ground to reject H1 and H3. Meanwhile, the H2 has no significant effect to ELR or e-learning readiness because of the p-value here we can see is greater than 0.01. Here only the structural model, I already explained earlier. So conclusion, the result of the statistical analysis, the proposed hypothesis was hypothesis 2 understanding these factors
infections, acute kidney injury, and blood clots. So, COVID and pregnancy. Pregnant women have lower symptoms compared to non-pregnant women. But when the pregnant women are affected with COVID, they are kept in an intensive care unit because they do not have any symptoms and to check about their severity. And they have the high rate of delivering preterm baby, that is at the 37th week of 37th week of delivery, and in rare cases it may even lead to pregnancy loss. Pregnant women are facing high risk if they have chronic medical conditions, obesity, and increased age. Breast milk is unlikely to convey COVID virus to the neonates, but during feeding, respiratory droplets and the physical contact will. So, washing hands before nursing, using face mask, and cleaning your pump when pumping breast milk, and sterilizing it with the given instructions are important. And having healthy partner while doing these processes is mandatory. COVID and diabetes. Patients with diabetes face more severe symptoms and effects when affected with any type of viruses. This may increase the risk of becoming extremely unwell from COVID. Diabetes can cause inflammation or internal swelling. Diabetic ketoacidosis occurs when there is no enough insulin in the body. Body produces excess blood acids called ketones, which is difficult to keep the track of our fluid intake and electrolyte levels while dealing with sepsis. Sepsis is body's response to infection, which damages its own tissue. So, what are the preventive measures we can take by being safe from COVID? Like maintaining social distance, wearing face mask, staying in a well-ventilated place, open all the windows in your place, make sunlight to enter your surroundings, and vaccination is the most important thing in our livelihood. Wash hands and use sanitizer frequently. If feeling sick, then stay isolated. Post-COVID effects. Some persons who had severe COVID develop multi-organ effects or autoimmune illness over a long period of time, and especially children will develop multi-organ inflammatory syndrome. Swelling in eyes, face, and pain in the teeth are sometimes symptoms of the mucormycosis. Mucormycosis affect COVID patients because of the use of steroids, and it not only affects COVID patients, but it also affects people with low immunity. So, vaccine. COVID 2019 vaccine is a vaccinated designed to give us acquired immunity against the coronavirus that causes acute respiratory distress syndrome and other diseases. National government approved the use of 24 vaccination, and as of 24th December 2021, World Health Organization approved 10 vaccines for the use. Here, the viral proteins have been used in different forms, and the first is protein subunit. Component viral vaccines contains isolated and purified viral proteins, which is Novaxoid and Covovax. Novaxoid is a Novavax formulation which has been accepted in 30 countries with 11 trials in 7 countries. Covovax is also a Novavax formulation developed in Serum Institute of India, accepted in 2 countries with Philippines and Indonesia with 2 trials in India. RNA-based is a viral genetic material which provides instructions for making viral proteins, which is Moderna and Pfizer BioNTech. Moderna is a Spikevax, which is accepted in 83 countries with 75 trials in 9 countries. And Pfizer BioNTech is the second most common vaccine in the world, which has been accepted in 122 countries with 49 trials in 23 countries. Non-replicating viral vector is viral genetic material packed inside another harmless virus that cannot copy itself. Johnson & Johnson, which has been accepted in 95 countries with 16 trials in 18 countries. And Oxford AstraZeneca is the most common vaccine in the world, which has been accepted in 134 countries with 52 trials in 23 countries. Covishield is a common vaccine in India, which is also a AstraZeneca formulation, which is accepted in 47 countries with 2 trials in India. Inactivated is copies of the virus that has been killed and they are placed inside our body as vaccine. BharatNTech is a Covaxin approved in 12 countries and 7 trials in India. Sinopharm is approved in 2 countries, China and Philippines, with 8 trials in 7 countries. Sinovac is approved in 48 countries with 28 trials in 8 countries. So these number of people has been vaccinated with a single dose of Covaxin, Covishield, AstraZeneca or Sputnik in India, and this number of people has been fully vaccinated with both the doses. Covishield has been mostly accepted in India, then Covaxin, then Sputnik, and male has been vaccinated more than female than the others. So as of India, it's 40% of the Indian population has received both the doses. So vaccination is just an immunity booster to safeguard us and our family members and our surroundings. So do get vaccinated, stay safe, stay healthy and sound. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for your presentation.
Thank you, sir.
I have just one comment on your research title, which you have written. It's about the International Journal on the latest research on a coronavirus and its vaccine.
Yes, sir.
So could you just rephrase? It would be much better to remove the international journals from the title, and it could be the coronavirus and vaccination, post-vaccination effects.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
And then you are specifically speaking about the Indian context. So
yes, sir.
The coronavirus and post-vaccination effects in India. That would be the right title for this paper. And I appreciate your work. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.